it's me, Melanie, your faith and financial girl. I'm bringing you, this is my Iraqi intel update. A lot going on. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. I certainly did. I met a lot of you, helped you all. My husband got home. He got a $60 tip, and I'm very excited about that. Why? Because the tip was a sign God gave me that the time is now for this to revalue. So let's go right to the news. Let's hit it. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of demonstrations in Iraq. So I felt like I had to do this last live today, hopefully last one before we see this thing. It says, hot news, hundreds protest in Baghdad over Iraqi dinar slide. Hundreds of people demonstrated near central bank headquarters in Baghdad on Wednesday to protest at the recent slide of the Iraqi dinar against the dollar that has triggered a rise in prices of imported consumer goods. Hundreds from different Iraqi regions waved Iraqi flags or carried banners demanding government intervention to stop the dinar's decline to around 1620 to the greenback from 1470 in November. The dinar went into a tailspin against the dollar after the New York Federal Reserve imposed tighter controls on international dollar transactions by commercial Iraqi banks in November to halt the illegal siphoning of dollars to neighboring Iran, which is under tough U.S. sanctions. Under the curbs that took effect this month, Iraqi banks must use an online platform to reveal their transaction details, but most private banks have not registered on the platform and resorted to informal black markets in Baghdad to buy dollars. I'm going to put you over here on my lap. See if that's a little better. This has created billion-dollar shortages as the demand has outstripped supply and accelerated the dinar's descent against the greenback. Guys, don't let any of this worry you, because again, I shared this morning in my 17-minute video, which was the fastest faith and financial video I've ever done in my YouTube career. We can't worry about this, guys, because no man on hell, no devil on earth can keep this wealth transfer from us. So as I read these details, please keep that in mind. OMG, I'm looking for our demands are clear. Government must intervene to stop the decline of the dinar value, or because we're suffering from the high prices in local markets. No kidding. Aren't we all? Dozens of anti-riot policemen were deployed around the central bank buildings and surrounding streets, but no clashes or arrests were reported. Prime Minister Mahabi al-Sudani replaced the central bank governor on Monday, as he had not taken effective steps to tackle the consequences of the new Fed regulations and their impact on the dinar, government sources told Reuters. Reporting by Haider Kadim and Ahmad Samed and Bayat, writing the whatever, all those names. Oki oil man, not oil man Oki, but another Oki. It seems as though things are at a fevered pitch presently. From what I am hearing, everything seems to be very, very near for us. Let's keep the corporate prayers going to see this accomplished. I'm very excited about intel received today. He said he's not at liberty to reveal all the wonderful details or latest intel at this very moment, but he's very satisfied with what the projections are. When and if I can reveal confidential intel, I will do so. Stay alert. Thank you so much, Oki, for that update. Oki, not Oki Oil Man. This is Last Mountain Goat newsletter. And he says, Deputy reveals foreign agendas seeking to overthrow the government. A member of the House of Representatives, Suhali al-Haraj, confirmed today, Wednesday, the existence of foreign agendas seeking to bring down the government through the economy file. While the government's stance against the dollar mafias was considered a bold step. Al-Araji said in an interview with all these other people that I can't say their names that the recent government measures in the issue of decreasing the dollar were positive, considering that al-Sudani's stand in the face of the dollar mafia is courageous and daring. She added the period of the former central bank governors Mustafa Ghalib was one of the worst periods, and the policy he followed was far from the law, noting that the letter has proven to be important from the first day of his assumption of the position. And the member of the House of Representatives explained the rise in the dollar prices is an organized process and came to bring down the Sudanese government, stressing that the existence of foreign agendas seeking to bring down the government, as was the case with the government of Abdul Mahfouz. More news. The overthrow of speculations in the street gives the central bank a week to save the dinar. Protesters gave during mass demonstrations in front of the central bank building in central Baghdad the new governor a week to save the dinar from collapsing. The demonstrators, who were met by security forces of the law enforcement forces withdrew after handing over their demands to the bank's administration. The demonstration started yesterday morning, and eyewitnesses said that the organizing committee for the demonstration called on the protesters to withdraw after sending a delegation to the new governor to propose solutions with a specific time limit of 1 week to save the dinar. That's good. Status of the RV. So we had some wow news this week with the inauguration of Al Alaq as the director of the new central bank once again. No, he is absolutely not in a proxy position, as some intel gurus are now telling you. Get your facts straight or shut up. This is not me. This is the people writing this summary. I'm just saying. His job is permanent until they want to let him go again. LOL, LOL, LOL. We must stop for a moment and ask the significance of this move by al-Sudani to appoint Ali Alaq back as director. What was Ali Alaq's efforts towards the currency reform of the dinar? If you read my past newsletters, you can see that he was very ambitious and wanted to bring back the prestige of the dinar. His credentials in this matter are cited as second to none compared to Dr. Shabibi and other financial analysts working in the IMF. What can we expect from Mr. Alaq in the near future? After he gets situated in his seat again at the helm of the CBI, he will be briefed on what has to be taking place since his departure. I believe we can... It's my light coming on. I wonder if that's a good sign. Amen. Hold on. I'm going to sit back here and relax a little bit. Do you mind? Had a long day. I bet you have too. But I worked today. I'm trying to get as many people prepped as I can with all the information you need so you can make intelligent choices that are best for you and your family. Wealth scenario, right? I want everybody to get their wealth. Amen. And not have any problems with it. The ice floes on the river look really pretty, but it's too cold out there. I'm celebrating, guys, so I hope you are too. No, the RV did not yet happen. I know there are lots of current rumors that the U.S. Treasury is planning something for the next couple days, but we have heard these rumors again and again. I'm also so sick and tired of banks being notified. Banks don't get notified. Get it? This would be called insider trading. The U.S. Treasury is not going to notify the banks prior to a rate change of any of the currencies. Yes, it says QMF, that's what it says, does show a new rate for the IQD, and it was 380 last time I checked. But this does not mean that this is the rate they will necessarily show on Forex. In fact, in reality, it should be the rate, but because of other criteria, the U.S. Treasury, along with the IMF, may decide to initially go with a smaller rate closer to $1. Anything can happen in the heads of these guys. We really don't know for sure. Do I think we are close? How many times have I thought we were very close, yet there is always something that stops it? I am not one of these stupid gurus who calls it every week. I'm not a guru, so I'm glad he's not talking to me. Over the years, we witnessed these events that seem to prevent the reforms from going forward. Events like the takeover of the central bank by Nouri al-Maliki and ousting of Dr. Shabibi. Then the war on ISIS. And then this effort seemed to go into limbo for a few years. What really happened after ISIS was defeated? Why did they not complete the reforms? And then he goes into a lot of details. Again, it's historical, guys. That has nothing to do with where we're at now. So I'm going to skip past that. It says timing of RV. In the midst of everything we see happening in Iraq, still I know the overall plan, and this is a plan for Iraq to return them to a global economic power for the Middle East. We are still in January, and the 2023 budget is not yet opened back. Heck, it is not even passed yet, and so there is still plenty of time to see what will happen this year. Let us not lose hope. We must also continue our prayers. I can see God's hand at work. Can you? I certainly can. Politics. It says, so many are persistent on bashing me as to why I am just pushing the exposure of corrupt politics in his blog. Why not just stick to updates on the RV, they claim? My response to these comments is simple. Why not? This political news I bring is not personal, and like I said, I do not care what your party affiliation, religion, race, or nationality is. It all comes down to this. Do you love your country and our fabric of life? Maybe you don't, and so that's okay too. But if this is the case, then get the heck out of the county and go live in one of those communist countries that you love so much. But if this is not the case, check my hat, then you must choose a side. So which side is it going to be? So there is not much more to say to answer your questions except to answer it with many questions. Do you really think that they are going to let you keep all this money if it does RV and they do pull off this central bank digital currency? Therein is where I've always been. If you read Potato Head's Executive Order 14067, they plan on doing a bail-in, which means sweeping accounts to fix the crashed economy that they intentionally created. Don't let me tell you they can't do it, or that you will have your money protected, because they will find ways to get it. What kind of world do you think it'll be like afterwards? If these sinister World Economic Forum and UN unelected officials have their way in manipulating the world to their version of a one world government, what good is all your money going to do for you without freedom, liberty, and justice? How long do you think you are going to have all this money if this is the case? They will find ways to come after you and take it. Remember, at this point, they create all the laws, not the U.S. Constitution or Bill of Rights. Get it? So stop thinking you will be protected under the law when they make laws, or that you have the power to control or break them at will, as we already see playing out. This is all not too far-fetched, is it? So today, on this issue of too much politics in my newsletter, let me play you a couple of more videos today on this subject matter of what the WEF is up to. This is also interconnected to our investment in the Iraqi dinar. If you can't see it by now, I can't help you. I am so very sorry for you. I see it, and that's some of what I explain on my... And then I send you videos. I'm sure they're the same videos he's referring to. Yeah, it's pretty sad, but that's why we continue to pray. And then RV update by Sandy Ingram, Mountain Goat, Mart Z, Nader from the Middle East, and Frank26. Question, is the IQD a good investment? The answer to this is yes, except for people who are scamming people by selling the Iraqi dinar for higher rates and changing rates 20% extra to purchase the dinar. Mountain Goat, we had some wild news this week with the inauguration of Ali Alak as the director of the central bank once again. No, he is absolutely not a proxy position. We must stop for a moment and see the significance of the move. I believe we can expect same sort of communications when we stand with the projects to delete the zeros and then move forward internationally. This will probably take place in a week or two. Mark Z, the news is pretty quiet, which is totally what we expected overnight. There are, however, many more confirmations of what their target is. Their goal is the crossover between the 31st and the 1st, which is Tuesday night, into Wednesday. The chatter is still remaining overwhelming. It's exciting, and it's so close. I feel pretty confident we are at the finish line right now. I am at the 90% sure we will wake up to it first, and a whole different world. At this point, I'm not expecting a float. Everything I am seeing right now points to a set, stable, measured change in values. Nader from the Mideast. Iraq soon would not be dependent on only oil. They have a lot of things working on. Tourism, business, import, export. That's good news. Frank26 referenced an article. Al-Sudani acknowledges the existence of a rise in prices and says that the window for selling the currency distorted the financial and banking systems. Distorted because they depegged and are preparing to float internationally. That's Frank's opinion. Quote, Al-Sudani said, there is a rise in prices as a result of fluctuations in the exchange rate of the dollar, but overall our financial situation is the best since 2003. That is so good. Firefly, the USA is helping with farming here in Iraq to diversify us in more than just the oil. That's awesome. So that's the same thing. Wild news. And again, guys, it's Sunday. It's the weekend. It's very quiet because everybody's thinking the 31st to the 1st. So that's it. And again, they duplicated some of the information because it's coming from different sources. So guys, that's my update for you. What do you think? Please comment down below. What do you think our choices are? What do you think our chances are that it's happening this week? We'll all have to just wait and see. So while you're waiting, I suggest that you thank God that he's brought you into this and that we're so close. And I thank you that a lot of you are taking the smart choice to get a wise counselor, somebody who's been in this 10 years to talk to you about what they've learned by reviewing everything for the past 10 years. So God bless everybody. I look forward to setting those appointments and seeing you this week, talking to you in person. It's really a lot of fun. Cheers. Have a good night. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your work. Enjoy whatever you're doing. I'm enjoying watching the ice flows down the river. I'm looking forward to having another home in a warmer climate. Amen. What are your dreams, goals? Comment down below. Amen. God bless you guys. I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your generous donations. And thank you for all the people that sent me mail this week. I'm still getting through it. I will be touching base with you early this week. God bless.